morning, everyone. Today we have the full moon in Taurus and it's opposing Jupiter. Jupiter's in Scorpio, so just think of this. Jupiter's this huge planet, and now the moon is a huge planet that's opposing Jupiter. It's the closest thing to the Earth, so it's kind of like the size of Jupiter if you think about it. So it's kind of challenging Jupiter. So we also have Venus opposing Uranus, and Uranus is all about detachment, independence, finding new ways, being individual. And Venus is about value, beauty, and love. So these two kind of clash when you have Uranus and Venus opposing. Now Uranus rules Aquarius, and we all know that Venus rules Taurus and it also rules Libra. So Taurus and Aquarius are in a squared angle in the zodiac, so that's a clash. So right away that'll tell you that this day could be very intense for a lot of people. And it's funny because at my mom's job there was this lady that had an issue, had a fight with a co-worker, and she ended up swinging at him and she got fired. That was yesterday. So you could feel these intense energies a little bit before, the actual, full moon. I would say one day before the day of the full moon, and then one day after the full moon. Those are like the 3 days you have to really watch out, and be careful, especially when we have aspects that go against Uranus, because Uranus is a very unstable planet. Uranus shakes you, it changes things really quickly, you act without thinking, okay? And Jupiter going against the moon. Now, Jupiter's gonna be going against the moon for a whole year, but this is the only time when it's gonna be full and he's going against, the moon. So throughout the whole year, he's gonna be going against the moon, but the moon will be going through different phases. It's gonna be going through new moon, it's gonna be going through waxing, it's gonna be going through waning. So you're not gonna really feel that intensity of the pull that the moon will have against Jupiter unless it's this time, because this time it's really full. So it's a big tug of war. Like this morning I woke up and had to drink some chamomile because I was shaking a lot, and I didn't know why it was, but then I realized that what was going on with the aspects. I remembered, so I just decided to do some grounding. When you're feeling very shaky because of the aspects, the best thing you could do is do some grounding work, like go barefoot in the park, but go on the ground. Try not to go on the grass too much. The ground is the best thing you could do, on the sand, if you're in the beach. But yeah, you have to really take it easy and maybe be a little bit more withdrawn during the moon, because if you're not, you might say things that you might later regret, you might do things you might later regret. And remember that during the full moon, the hospitals, places like, Salem's are very full because people are just acting out of character, and with Uranus now in a hard angle with Venus in an opposition, that's not good. Okay, that's pretty dangerous. So if you're feeling jittery, take it easy, take some chamomile, and you got to see where this is happening in your chart. Like for example, me, it's happening between my 1st and my 7th house of self, of my body, of my personality, and it's happening against partnerships, business partnerships, marriages. So Jupiter is filling that up with optimism, but then at the same time, anybody that's opposite of me might feel emotional or or like affected by it, and they might challenge that aspect of my personality. So I see how that's playing off too. And Venus, for example, is in my 12th house, and Uranus is actually coming out of my 6th house. So it could be things that are hidden in your subconscious that are not popping up with Uranus, and they're like, here it is, take it or leave it. But then Venus is like, okay, I still have my values, so you have to see where this is playing off in your chart. So I hope you enjoyed this brief video. I hope to do these whenever I get a chance. I had a great chance to do it, so I hope you have a great week and take it easy. Namaste.